Hello everyone, my name's Fadi and I've chosen to do a Prezi with voiceover for my ISP presentation on dystopia. So without further ado, let's get started. What is a dystopia? Well, Oxford Dictionaries defines a dystopia as an imagined place or state in which everything is unpleasant or bad, typically a totalitarian or environmentally degraded one. By this definition, we can see that a dystopia is the rightful polar opposite of a utopia. While a definition certainly helps in identifying what a dystopia is, it may still be a tad confusing to fully grasp the nature of a dystopian society. Certain characteristics are frequent in these societies, and they include, but are not limited to, totalitarian governments that are all-powerful and have society in the palm of their hands, widespread deceit and propaganda to fool the masses for the best interests of the highest authority, and limited liberty. Dystopian societies lack what many of us take for granted: freedom. Many examples of dystopias exist in fiction, but several have actually also existed in the real world, and you may just be overlooking them. Some examples of real-world dystopias include Nazi Germany, the Soviet Union under communist rule, and even present-day North Korea. These societies were and are one-party states and lack civilian freedom. The respective governments control everything. Without a doubt, far more fictional dystopias exist, and here are the list of the main dystopias featured in this course. For this presentation, I will be exploring dystopias present in George Orwell's novel 1984 and Peter Weir's film The Truman Show. Let's move on to our first characteristic of a dystopian society: totalitarian control. I've included a clip from the popular show Breaking Bad to demonstrate the power held by those with the highest authority. The drug kingpin that Walter White works for, Gus Fring, makes it absolutely clear to Walt that things are to happen how he desires. If not, he reminds Walt that he has leverage on him in the form of his family. Enjoy the clip.
If you try to interfere, this becomes a much simpler matter. I will kill your wife. I will kill your son. I will kill your infant daughter.
Now let's look at 1984 and The Truman Show and examine totalitarian control in these works. In 1984, the party and Big Brother are in control of everything, and they desire complete power over all citizens of Oceania. Their authority is clear, and society runs how they want it to. They have no interest for the subjects. They do not care for their well-being. They are interested solely in power. Similarly, but to a lesser extent, in The Truman Show, Christof and the production crew of The Truman Show, the show within the movie, determine how life carries on in the set which is Truman Burbank's life. They are in full control of all the events that take place from episode to episode, day to day. Furthermore, in a more satirical sense, Christof is seen as omnipotent as he can control the rising of the sun and the weather. Moving on to our next characteristic, we will examine the element of deceit present in dystopias. The following clip lists two facts about the former dictator of a current dystopian society, Kim Jong-il. Let's see what they are. In case you didn't catch that, Kim Jong-il claims to have invented the hamburger, and it is a known fact that when he was born, a double rainbow emerged from the sky, and the naturally chronological seasons miraculously shifted to springtime. Lies are rampant in dystopian society. In 1984, the party will lie whenever they deem it necessary or if they see it to be beneficial in some way. For example, they lie about whom they are at war with, they doctor reports on goods production to make it appear as though they are exceeding their contributions to their society, And they even alter history as they see fit to ensure that the ideologies of life before the revolution that plunged Oceania into dystopia are eliminated. With regards to the Truman Show, practically every aspect of poor Truman's life is a lie. His wife doesn't actually love him, his friends are all actors, and the parting of his father at sea was part of the show. Nothing in his world is genuine. Lastly, limited liberty is a key aspect of dystopian societies. I chose to use a scene from The Truman Show to demonstrate the few freedoms that exist in dystopian societies. In this clip, you will see that Truman Burbank cannot even leave town without some obstacle getting in his way.
Last call for Chicago! All aboard! Thank you. Windy City, here we come. Hi. Hello. Hi. Sisters?
Mom, isn't that you know where's the front?
Everybody off. We've got a problem.
Furthermore, within The Truman Show, Truman's deepest desire is to travel to Fiji in hopes to be reunited with his true love interest, but Christoph and the production crew restrict him from being able to travel outside the set and from being in love with the one he loves. Similarly to 1984, Truman has been watched at all times for his whole life. 1984's version of this invasion of privacy comes through telescreens and microphones that record everything. Any personal vendetta a citizen may hold against the party will not go unpunished. Even marriages must be approved by the party to ensure that they are solely unions for procreation. Freedom is non-existent in these dystopian societies. I hope you've learned more about dystopias from my presentation, and I thank you for listening. Have a great summer, everyone, and all the best.